Hello everyone, I am Maitreyi Venkatesh, Assistant Professor BCom Bank Management. I am going to explain about what is an entrepreneur and what are the various types of entrepreneur today. So before we learn about the various types of entrepreneur, let's try to understand who is an entrepreneur and various definitions and meaning given about the entrepreneur by various economists and then authors. And then we will move on to some of the types of entrepreneur. So, the entrepreneur is a French word. It has been derived from a French word called entreprendre, which means to undertake. What is that undertake? It's undertake of risk. So, any person who is able to take a risk of putting their capital or bringing a new product or a services into the industry, they are defined as an entrepreneur. So, the company what they create is called as an enterprise, and the process through which the person creating the company is called as entrepreneurship. So, these are the various authors, economists who has given some definitions about the entrepreneurs. The very first one we can't miss, Adam Smith is the father of the modern economist, and he has created a well famous known book called Wealth of Nation. And he is given, he says that entrepreneur is the person who brings in capital, money. So, according to him, it's not just the money, but also the person who is able to manage both the capital as well as the supervise the labors and bring in the industry. They are called as an entrepreneur. And the second author whom we are going to see is Peter F. Drucker. So, whatever the definitions and whatever the theories he has given, even today the management uses it. According to him, entrepreneur is called as a change agent, the person who brings change in the society and who brings change for the development of the economy. They are called as an entrepreneur. And a very most important American economist, Joseph Schumpeter, his theory is called the person who introduces, who innovates a new product or services are called entrepreneurs, are well used today. So, these are the some of the most important theories, definitions given by some of the most economists I have explained here. These are some of the various types of entrepreneurs, and we will see there are almost like 20 plus types of entrepreneurs are there, and we will see few important entrepreneurship types given by Danaff, and one important entrepreneur which I wanted to talk to some of the young minds. So, we will see about what Danaff talks about various types of entrepreneur. Danaff, Clarence Danaff is the first person to classify who is the entrepreneur, and he has done a study in American agriculture, and he has classified that entrepreneurship based on the economic development of the country. So, he says the entrepreneur, the types of entrepreneur is defined based on the developed nations, underdeveloped and developing nations. So, there are four types of entrepreneur. One is innovative, imitative, Fabian and drone. So, first one is innovative entrepreneur. Can you all guess who they are? Larry Page and Sergey Brin. To search this person, you will use their own products. Yes, that's Google. They are the people who created Google. So, today we have around 271 products and they make billions of US dollars for as a profit. 271 products Google has made it till today, and they actually these two people or the PhD research scholars for the research purpose they created this particular search engine Google, and they are billionaires now. So, they are innovative entrepreneurs. As we saw about these Schumpeter's theories, the innovative entrepreneurs are going to be the change maker in today's world. They bring in new products, goods, services to the market, and they will tap the market. And they have to be very intelligent and very fast, aggressive in undertaking as well as adopting to the new changes. They can do, this kind of entrepreneurs can work, can contribute more in the developed nations. Why? Because they need lot of research, they need to do lot of research for the innovations, and developed nations will be able to contribute more for them. So, hence Danaff says that innovative entrepreneurs can be seen more in the developed nations, and innovators with interest in research, they can tap the opportunity of entrepreneurship more. The next type is imitative entrepreneur. You can see this kind of entrepreneurs more in the underdeveloped or developing nations. What they do is they won't innovate anything new. Even if they have an idea, they may not be able to do it, but they would tap the market by adopting whatever already established in the market. So they will contribute their capital, but they will pick up some of the products or services which is already very famous in the market. So they imitate only the technology, but they will change the product or services according to the need of the market. So it is suitable, as I told you, it is suitable for the underdeveloped and developing nations, because they may not be able to contribute much of the resources for the development of entrepreneurs who needs innovations, okay, for the research purpose. So talent should not be underestimated in this kind of entrepreneurs, because imitating other person's business and creating profit out of it is also need to have a lot of talents. And it's a very good example, Bhavish Agarwal. Many of us will be using at least 10 to 15 times a month Ola cabs, but we don't know who he is. Ola is not the first developed in India. Uber system, Uber Auto and Uber cabs are developed all over the world, and it was first developed in US. So Bhavish Agarwal, he actually imitated the Uber technology, but he did changes which is needed for our country. So even today, Bhavish Agarwal, even during the COVID time, even there is a 65% of the loss in Ola cabs, he made profit, wherein which is ahead of whatever Uber is making. So we will move on to the next type, Fabian entrepreneur. They are the people who is actually an entrepreneur, a business person, who accept change only when there is some loss is going to happen. They are very tradition and custom determined business people, and they never wanted to take a risk. They will be always have a skeptical to make any sort of risk in their business. So I don't know, many 80s and 90s kids might have seen this specific camera with the roller negatives and printing the photos and all. So this is a Kodak company. They were actually the ruler of the photo industries during 80s and 90s, but they went for a bankruptcy. How that happened? Because when the shift in the technology in the photo industry was happening from the roller kind of a negative to the digital system, these people were not ready to accept it. So actually that idea was given, digital camera or digital system of clicking the picture, idea was given by one of their electrical engineer called Stephen Session. He went and told them that this industry is going to have a change in the system of whatever we are doing, but they were not ready to accept. So other people took the market, and Kodak went for the bankruptcy in that particular industry. Drone entrepreneur, they are even lesser than the imitative as well as Fabian entrepreneur. What is drone entrepreneur is, at least Fabian entrepreneur will accept the changes or will take a little bit of risk when there is going to be a changes. I mean, when they see that there is going to be a loss is going to happen for them. But drone will not accept even that. They never want to take even that they are going to fall in their business, or they are going to have any losses in their business. So what they will do is, most of the time these drone entrepreneurs will lose their business when they are not ready to make changes to the business. This kind of an entrepreneur, actually many of the entrepreneurs during the COVID time, they have lost because they were not ready to accept the changes. They didn't accept the changes before the COVID time. We can take example of tobacco industries in our country, or even Tripur factories, when they were not adopting to the technology, when they were doing a manual kind of a work, and the loss of labors made them to lose the industry. So actually there are many types of entrepreneurs, but this particular specific entrepreneur I wanted to talk here because it is very important for the young minds like you. Why? Because all over the world we are talking about the environmental changes, impact in the environment, and UN is talking about the sustainable development goals and all. So what is this social entrepreneurs? Especially for the younger people like you should know that social entrepreneur is the person who is going to make a cause to the environment. They are going to create a product which is going to have an impact for the environment. Environment, there is a positive impact for the environment. So they will they will do anything related to gender equality or the product that is going to save the environment. So all these kind of people who does changes for the development goals which have a effect on the sustainable development goals, which has the positive effect on the sustainable development goals, they are called as the social entrepreneurs. Mr. Shrikant Bole, he got the Best Entrepreneur Award in 2019. So his industry is Boland industry. He is actually a physically challenged person. He doesn't both his eyesight is not there, but he has done his post graduation, undergraduation in abroad. He came back, he established his Boland industry in Andhra. So his main purpose was two things. One is using the farmers whatever agricultural waste, because the farmers will pile up the agricultural waste and they will not know what to do with that. They had no idea how to make money out of it. So he has taken those agricultural waste and he converted that into a biodegradable usable products, like what we use, the plates and cups and even the tissue papers, which can be which is environmental friendly product. He is developing those kind of a products. And one more thing what he does is almost 40 to 50% of the workers, should be around 600 employees in his company, almost 40 to 50% of the employees are physically challenged people. In that way, he is called as a social entrepreneur. Most important to know is social entrepreneurs do make profits. So they are the people who are we are going to do impact in the society, as well as they also earn for themselves. So I would like to conclude saying that entrepreneurship is a much broader than the creation of a new business venture. So just starting a business alone will not be called as an entrepreneur. What they do, what kind of a changes they bring into the economy and what kind of the changes they bring into the industry, they are the people who are termed as an entrepreneur. So who has an idea and who works to create a product or services, they are called as an entrepreneur. And what is the main purpose of having so many types of entrepreneur is for the government to lay down a proper policy of what kind of an entrepreneur you are and how that entrepreneur is going to contribute for that particular country. So hence this various types of entrepreneur is required for the country to differentiate and see. Even it is beneficiary for themselves, for the entrepreneur itself, because we have many development programs for entrepreneurs in our country which will help them to develop in their business and get the help from the others. So with this I would like to conclude this particular video, and we will see in further videos about other various types of entrepreneur. Thank you.